What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today I want to talk to you about Palantir. So when it comes down to Palantir, it's gone down quite a lot since around the $20 mark. But a lot of people want to know what is next. So I want to go over some of the data points, technicals, what's been coming out from the company, and where I see things going. Before I get into any of that, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And with that said, let's get right to it. So currently pre-market, it is down 1.3%, but generally over the last several days, there has been a lot lower for volume, and you can kind of tell that as well based on the secondary market. So the number of transactions that have been occurring over the last several days has just been so low. So big money is taking a very noticeable step back with Palantir. And when it comes down to the dark pool, this one seems to be a very hot exchange, but of course dark pool is very much linked to shorting. So I'll give you guys a quick overview of that before I move on to other things. So as far as what shorts are doing pre-market, so short score is currently 42. Utilization is 13.86%. And just to put it in perspective on how many shorts are technically in Palantir right now, it does show $1.98 billion worth as the estimate for a dollar value in shorts being in. So that's pretty significant if you ask me, but I'm not a financial advisor, so you guys always do your own due diligence. 7.01% of the free float is being shorted. In comparison to a lot of other growth stocks, this is just massively low. So of course that's a fairly positive thing, but 128.6 million shares overall are being shorted, and 60,000 shares is being returned this morning as far as pre-market. And so how I interpret this information, the fact that they are returning some shares on a red day, it kind of goes to show that they feel that it's an overreaction. So this is just one of many of the data points I'm going to be talking on. But when it comes down to options activity, based on yesterday, there was $9.71 million in calls being purchased versus 4.03 million in puts. So based on this, people are anticipating for it to go up. So of course, this is now the second kind of signal or data point that is signaling that Palantir most likely will be trending up. If you are optimistic, looking right here, so this shows all the grid view of calls and strike prices, expiry dates. It is anticipated based on this information to go between the $16 to $18 mark by the end of next week. So of course that's fairly positive given that we are at $15.18, give or take around that. It is that time of season as well when it comes to institutions disclosing their positions. A lot of good institutions have been disclosing fairly good increases in Palantir, as you can kind of see here, but generally it's mixed all over the place. And just be aware, all these transactions did occur during Q2. So, and most likely I think BlackRock is going to be disclosing their position either later today, I do believe. But of course, I think the big ones are obviously Cathie Wood's recently getting in and so forth through ARK, and then good old Vanguard. So Vanguard did disclose their position on the 14th, and they increased their position by 2.52%. So they have 168.5 million shares of Palantir. So once again, that is definitely some fairly good stuff. As far as what's been coming out from the company, so the last news has come out on the 9th. So I've already done a video, I guess, essentially covering that and anything prior. As far as SEC filings, same kind of thing. So it's just their quarterly or Q2 earnings. So let me know your guys' thoughts on Palantir in the comments below. Where do you see things going, at least in the short term? So if we kind of look at a lot of the technicals right now, it is lower percentile of the Bollinger Band, below the 50-day moving average. And in Palantir's case, that 50-day moving average is a very big indicator and a good bullish signal. So the fact that it is below that does show that it's either being suppressed or it's just overvalued. So that's something that you need to kind of assume. But I think based on their last couple of earnings, it has really shown and signaled that Palantir is going to be a very big force to be reckoned with in the coming years and potentially even decades. Who knows how far it'll go. But like I said, on how it's being suppressed, based on the trading volume, almost every single day, about 55% of all the trading activity is being diverted off exchange, meaning through the dark pool. This is why it's been so popular, why there's so many different random transactions that's been occurring. So once again, that is and most likely will take a toll on the stock price. But as far as where I see things going, looking at the momentum indicators shows number of retail investors have been getting out. Stochastic is currently at 9. There is oddly a nice bullish sentiment starting to form, at least wanting to. So black line above the red, very, very minor. But the fact is that it is considered oversold right now. So a lot of different conflicting information right now. It is still going pre-market down 0.85%. But like I mentioned, there is a hell of a lot of indicators that is all signaling that Palantir is ready for another kind of reversal up and a kind of a bounce up. But once again, it is just largely dependent on the broader market. Market just opened right now, so of course it's doing fairly well in my opinion, considering pre-market was down a lot more. But when it comes down to some of the fib levels right here, so with it being at $15.22, it is currently between this S2 and this S1. So $14.83 is that next big support, $16.10 is that next big resistance. In my own opinion, which again isn't a financial advisor, I do feel $14.83 does need to get touched. It bounced off of that, and hopefully at that stage, a lot of the other bullish sentiments and signals that I shared with you is all going to help push Palantir significantly higher. So once again, that's just my short-term prediction, but when it comes down to it, like I kind of signaled, that if you are investing in Palantir, like bigger picture, decades from now, like they're going to be a massive force to be reckoned with, and people are going to be not really worrying about if they bought it at 15.20 or if they bought it at 14.83. That's the difficulty about trying to catch the bottom per se. It's kind of difficult, and sometimes by doing so you miss the broader rally. So let me know you guys' thoughts on all that in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. Even though Palantir is going down right now, up all over the place, take advantage of free promos, and that is with Moomoo. Link in the description below and also the comments. Sign up for a free account, but if you do throw $100 at it, you get 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000, and you also get a $50 cash reward. So this is an amazing promo. Link in the description below and also the comments. This promo though is only available for Americans, so just be aware of that. But there is a promo for Canada. So Moomoo is actually heading to Canada in October. So they're doing a soft launch right now, so you can open and have access to their app and stuff like that. All you need is just a phone number to sign up. No other information whatsoever. And by doing so and signing up as a Canadian, you can enter for some gift cards, Tim's, Amazon's, and so forth. So once again, take advantage of that while you can. With that said, appreciate you guys watching. Let's all make a ton of money on Palantir.